Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. Today, guys, I'm going to be reacting to Super Mario Odyssey game trailer that was released earlier today during Nintendo's event. They don't have conferences anymore, they just have events where they just announce games coming out this year or at a later date. But I want to check this out because I have been a fan of the Super Mario franchise for a long time. The unfortunate part is that I haven't owned a Nintendo system since the Nintendo GameCube. Like, that's how long ago since I've had a gaming system from Nintendo. Been a very long time. But I remember one of the first games I ever played, like I actually owned and played relentlessly, was Super Mario 64. Non-stop on the Nintendo 64. I love that system. I love that game. And I want to see what they're going to show here with this new Super Mario Odyssey, the continuation of this franchise. I just want to see because maybe one day I'll get a Nintendo Switch. Maybe one day. But as of right now, I don't own one. But I do want to check this out to see what they show. So anyways, I'm rambling. Let's get into it now. Super Mario Odyssey game trailer. Let's go. Rating pending. What the fuck? Are you sure this is... Wait. What the hell was that? Oh, that's weird.
Here we go, off the rails, but you know it's time to raise ourselves. It's freedom.
Interesting. I like the look of it. I like all the different, like, scenery we're seeing, like this. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's awesome. So wait, now he's a frog? I'm confused. Wait, so he's a frog now. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. He can become... Now he's a rocket. This is so freaking weird. My God. Oh. Shoot, Peach was in a wedding dress. This is really different. Wait, now he's a car. What the fuck, dude? This is so crazy. Now he's a tank. I'm intrigued by this. I'm definitely intrigued by this because that was weird. 5 days after my birthday. Or 4. Wait. Math. 5. I was like, math. Think math. Okay. I have to admit, because I was like reading up on what was announced today, Nintendo has been killing it this year, or at least in terms of what they've announced, in terms of the games. Because today they announced some pretty big stuff. Let's see here. Let me mute my computer just in case. But that was a good trailer, obviously. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Kirby, is there a Kirby game coming? Yep. Pokemon RPG, that's the big one everyone's freaking out over. Metroid Prime 4. A new Yoshi game. Breath of the Wild will get DLC. Rocket League's coming to the Switch, yep. Super Mario Odyssey, yep. Metroid game coming to the 3DS. And also that they didn't announce it here, but obviously, or at the event, but obviously they're getting Skyrim on the Switch, which everyone, I get the complaint, I agree, because they keep re-releasing Skyrim over and over and over, but I like the fact that they're putting it on the Switch, and that's a different type of situation, because unless I'm wrong, Skyrim hasn't appeared on any Nintendo system like Wii or Wii U before, so this is unique for them. But Super Mario Odyssey, I like this the change up here, because I remember constantly playing Super Mario 64 and just playing the hell out of the levels and just loving the design of it and loving what it looked like back then and just playing it nonstop. And going from that memory of me being 6, 7, 8, playing the hell out of that game on Nintendo 64, to now on the Switch, where literally he throws his hat and he can become that thing. He can become anything. A rocket. He was like lava being shot out of a cannon, and then he was the fucking dinosaur. I'm like, come on. Some crazy stuff there. I like it. You know, Nintendo, they've, in terms of sales and all that and competition, Nintendo has always been in the back. It's always been Microsoft and Sony competing. Nintendo has just been kind of in the background, kind of just chilling and, you know, continuing to put out their own stuff. And, you know, I think it's okay. I think it's okay that Nintendo just doesn't compete or tries to compete with the big two. Because Nintendo, what they really are, like, strong as, in at least the last decade or so, was the handheld systems. Like, the 3DS, the DS, the Game Boy Color, Advanced, SP, and all that kind of stuff. And just their lineup of handheld games was, they were superior in that aspect. The Wii was obviously the big get, but then when the Wii U came out, it didn't do so well. I think the Switch is turning things around. I think they're coming back, and I think with all the stuff they've announced that's coming, and then the stuff that they announced today that's going to be coming later date, obviously in 2018 or so, I think they're slowly turning the ship and getting back. I'm not saying they're going to compete with Xbox and Sony. They might. They might compete with Xbox and PlayStation 4. Who knows? But I think what Nintendo's doing in terms of continuing these franchises and continuing what they're best at, I think it's okay that they're not up there. But I think this year, this was good for them in terms of the announcement of the stuff they're announced, because the last couple of years they haven't done conferences like Sony and Microsoft. This time they're like, fuck it, we're not having a conference, but we're going to announce some really good stuff that people are like, oh my god, are you serious? So I feel like Nintendo did a really good job this year. I'm excited to see where they go with the Switch and what other games they bring on. Not just first-party games, but third-party games. What can they bring over? Because that will show how long they can last in this. But maybe one day I'll get a Switch. I don't know, but you just never know. So there you have it, guys. That is my reaction to Super Mario Odyssey. I know I talk a lot about Nintendo and stuff like that, but I like to look at the game. I you know, I wish I could get it. Maybe one day I will. But the fact that he throws his hat, he comes whenever he wants, it's craziness. But there you have it, guys. That's my reaction. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.